Hi guys, it's Dave at the Humble Trekker channel. How you doing out there? I'm coming back for the result of the long-term review of the Karesuando Galten. Back in September 2016, a long time ago now, this is being recorded December 2017, I made a initial impressions review of the Galten knife from Karesuando. And I said back in that video, I was going to test it, and then come back with a long-term review to tell you what I really thought about it. So, the long term is over, I'm back, let me tell you what I think about it. It's 12C27 Sandvik steel. It's got a curly birch handle, reindeer horn, brass bolster there. I go through a lot more details and background around the company Karesuando in the original video, but this is just going to be my final judgment on this piece of steel. People always ask, is it full tang? No, it's a 3/4 tang. It comes down to around here, so that's that covered up. So as you see, it is still in one piece and looking good. Not quite as shiny and as lustrous as it was a year and a half ago, but its hand stood up very, very well. I have used it a lot. If you look back in my videos from the last 18 months, you will see it cameoing in a number of them. How did the steel hold up? It's held up very well. I've got the sharpness back to a razor sharp. It's wonderfully, fantastically, awesomely, unbelievably sharp. See, I just push down, no slicing, no dicing, pushes straight through it, no, which is easy to cut with. This is just going straight down, straight down, straight down, straight down, proving it is exceptionally sharp. When I got it first, initially, from the factory, it had a scandi grind with a micro bevel. I found in my carving tasks on very hard wood, I was carving with some cherry wood, and I actually did manage to put some micro chips and dinks and dings in the edge of the blade. I think a combination of it being very hard wood and the edge bevel just being a little bit too narrow, too delicate for that hard carving. So what I've done to make this knife my own now, make it to my own specifications, is I've taken off the micro bevel and I've put on a much stronger hole bevel down near the edge. So it's probably hard to pick up, but I've put a bevel on there which is, say, a couple of millimeters now. And I'm much more comfortable now with this knife being strong enough and not going to come out of any micro chips and dings that it did on the original grind. If you feel you need to do the same with your Galten, that's up to you. Maybe you don't see it as a problem. I did, so I fixed it that way. The sheath has held up very well. I've maintained it with leather oil and wax during my ownership of it. The ferrocerium rod I've used sparingly, but no problems with it whatsoever. It has the reindeer horn handle, cool looking thing. That's why I don't use it a lot, because I think it's best to have it as a cool little looking ornament. I can just use any old ferrocerium rod for starting a fire. Apart from sharpening, stropping, other maintenance I've done with the knife is that I have from time to time oiled the handle, the curly birch handle, just to bring the grain back out, bring out the curls again. And it was, they must have put some other substance on it from the factory, because it was a little bit shinier when I got it. What I found is when it's become wet, when it's been out in the rain, it has gone a little bit more matte rather than shining, which actually I like. I like a knife which shows a few little honest battle scars and doesn't look like it's come straight out of the showroom. In summary, after over a year's use, hard use, general use, The knife is still as solid as it came out of the factory. I've reprofiled the edge to my own specifications. Sheath is held up perfectly. Ferrocerium rod, albeit with light use, is still in one piece. So there's only one result to give it. A big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. If you want to find out more about this knife, you can either go back to my original video, which I'll link down in the description box and on a card on the screen, or go to a link for the manufacturer's page, Karesuando Knives, and find out more about their products. They do axes as well, which are really beautiful, highly polished, fantastic looking hunting axes. I highly recommend checking them out. I don't know one myself yet, but it's definitely something on my shopping list. If you're a subscriber, thanks for being a subscriber. That's what supports the channel greatly. If you're not yet a subscriber, check out more of my videos if you like what you see. I do a lot of knife reviews. Smash down the subscribe button and I'll see you all next time, I hope.